Today we're going to be reviewing the latest Metallica album, 72 Seasons. That's right, Questy is selling out. Not exactly. Metallica got me into metal. The very first song I ever heard was Metallica. And Justice for All, for that matter, which is a strange pick. Most people get into it through Enter Sandman, nothing else matters. For me, it was And Justice for All. Love Metallica, always have, and they got me into metal, so this channel would not exist without Metallica, so I'm going to do them some credit and actually review the latest album, because I've enjoyed most of their albums. I enjoyed Hardwire, I really like Death Magnetic, some people don't, I do. Love the first 5, I love the Black Album as well. Load and Reload and Saint Anger, not my kind of style, but this new one, thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah, let's go through every single track on this album and tell you what I thought about it. Now before that, I heard a lot of people talking smack. There's a lot of videos online where they just throw Metallica in the title just to rile people up. Everyone's slamming on it. People not even giving it the time of day just because it's the biggest band. It's mainstream, therefore bad. That's not really the case. You should give it multiple listens and always try it out. And also, all the reviews coming out the day it comes out, how can you listen to it? How can you give it a proper review the day it comes out? How many times would you listen to the album? Once? Maybe twice? Come on. Do better. But yeah, let's talk about what I think about 72 Seasons. Track by track, starting with the very first one, 72 Seasons, which kicks off the album in style because this is great. This is like the 4th single I think they released, and it was probably my favourite of the 4, actually. Really intense, and right off the bat, sets the album up in a great way. Quite an intense start. Got some great riffs, melodies, almost Motorhead-esque kind of rhythms going on here. And James just sounds fantastic on this song, and he does in a lot of the songs as well. So his vocals are actually really good on this album, which I was surprised at, but they are actually fantastic, and especially on this song. So yeah, 72 Seasons starts off the album in style. Really enjoy this song, and one of my favourites on the whole album. Next up is Shadows Follow, which is even better. This may be my actual favourite, aside from one which we'll get to close to the end. Love this song. This is a lot heavier of a song. The riff in here is so infectious. Like, the riff in here is one of the best on the entire album. This put a smile on my face. Now my shadows follow. Oh, great vocal delivery by James. Love the chorus. Love how intense this song is as well. So, 1-2 punch right off the bat. 72 Seasons into Shadows Follow. Amazing. Screaming Suicide is next, and from the single, I wasn't big into it, but it's grown and grown on me, and after listening to it in full in the context of the album, I actually quite like this song now. The way he sings, the chorus is just really infectious and really catchy. I love the messages within this song as well. But yeah, James singing with the "Keep me inside, my name is suicide." It gets stuck in your head. That vocal delivery just gets stuck in my head. Really fun song. Well, it's a fun song to listen to, not so much in the context of the lyrics, but I think it's an enjoyable song, and again, it keeps the momentum flowing. Quite a unique song, and I think it's one of the good ones on the album as well. Sleepwalk My Life Away is next, which is okay. I do love the funky bass, the bass in here. A chunky monkey funky bass. Love it. Great riff again. Good vocals. But the chorus doesn't do a lot for me. But overall I think it's a pretty enjoyable song. I'll return to it a lot. It's the album. I'm going to keep listening to it over and over again. This one is one of my least favourites on it. But it's still a good song, so can't hold it against it. Fun, love the bass. You Must Burn is next, and oh my god, this is an interesting song. On first couple of listens I wasn't big into it, but I started getting into the kind of doomy approach it has on this song, because the song very feels like Black Sabbath or Candlemass with those evil, doomy, slow riffs, and I thoroughly enjoy it for that. It's a very unique song, stands out on the album because it sounds very doomy. Nice shift change in the middle of the song as well. The vocals I was a bit like, but then they grew on me, so overall, fantastic song, yeah. really enjoyed it. Next up is Lux Eterna, which is the first single they released, and I really enjoyed this. This, got me hope for the album, the first single that came out. Thrashy, short song, to the point. It's just a nice, thrash, staple song by Metallica, and I'm sure they'll play it live. I'll be seeing them in 2 months. At Download. That'll be fun. They got 2 different headline sets. It's going to be good. They're 100% going to play Lux Eterna. Come on, it was the first single. It's a fun song. It's quite short, thrashy, to the point. A lot of people saying it should have been on Kill 'Em All. No, it's not that thrashy. Come on. It could have been on Black Album. Yeah, I could see this on the Black Album with stuff like A Wolf and Man, and other songs of that nature. Don't Tread on Me. I can see it being alongside those kind of songs. Not anything before that, though. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it and got me hyped for the album, so good stuff. Crown of Barbed Wire is next, which is another interesting, unique song. I love the vocal style on here. It kind of reminds me of a grunge band, especially the chorus where he sings barbed wire and it kind of does that vibrato. Is that the name of it? I'm not a musician, so I don't know. But where the voice wavers when it's like, wire. It's nothing like that. But go re-listen to the song and you'll know what I mean, because it's a lot darker sounding of a song. And again, it does remind me of Alice in Chains and bands of that nature. So again, quite unique song in the album and changes the pace, so really enjoyed it. Chasing Light is next, which has this kind of marching off to war drum beat, which I love. Feels like I'm going to go into battle when I hear this song. Not big into the lyrics though. The lyrics didn't really grab me, and the singing on this is good, but yeah, it's not my style on this song. For some reason, this song just doesn't grab me like the rest of the songs do. I don't think it's as punchy, the riffs aren't as good, the solos aren't as good. It's a fine song. It's one of my least favourite on the album. Kind of going a bit downhill now, and the next song even more downhill. If Darkness Had a Sun, which was one of the singles that came out, and I really didn't like it. I still don't like it that much. It's probably the worst song on the album, in my opinion. When it first came out, I was like, ugh, oh no. Because they rely on that riff the entire song. It's a 7 minutes, like longer than a 7-minute song, but that riff is just this main riff the entire way through. Yeah, they cut it with a great solo. The solo is great. But then it goes back into that riff, and it's fine for like a 4-minute song, which they do have following this. But this song is it just goes on too long. They have a lot of long 7-minute, even 10-minute songs on this album, which are fantastic and keep the pace up, and even the doomier ones I find more interesting. But this one for some reason, it just doesn't grab me. I don't like the chorus, I don't like the singing, I don't like the riff even. I get bored of the riff. So yeah, this is probably where I get some hate. But If Darkness Had a Sun is the worst song on the album. I don't think they should have released it as a single. Any of the other ones, sure, not this one. So, don't like this one. Luckily, Too Far Gone is next, which is a fantastic song, and this should have been the 4th single. This is great. The riff doesn't bother me on this. It's catchy, and it's only a 4-minute song. That's why it doesn't bother me on the riff being just prevalent throughout it. Love the music video of them all glitching out, like in some kind of Dire Straits video. It's fantastic video. Kind of Maiden-esque guitar melodies throughout this song, which I really enjoy. Listen out for it, you'll know what I'm saying. Does remind me of Maiden, some of the guitar parts, but overall, fun song, and I think this should have been the 4th single. Really enjoyed it. Next up is Room of Mirrors, which is a very trippy guitar style opening. Really enjoyed the opening to this, and then it goes even faster into a pulse-pounding rhythm, blasts off, keeps the intensity throughout the song. Really enjoy it, really enjoy the music video as well, animated amazingly. So this is a great song. It had a little bit of a dip with those 2 songs, and then it just is picking right back up with these next 2. So thoroughly enjoy the song. And then ending on Inamorata, I'm not sure if I've said that actually right, the 11-minute epic, which could be at home on Death Magnetic, because they have a lot of long songs and epic songs on that album. I love this song. This is probably my favourite song on the album. It's either this or Shadows Follow. Shadows Follow is more straightforward and fun and thrashy, but this is a great epic, and I love my epics. And I love that they had it the last song on this album. It's got this slow, chugging pace to it, which doesn't get boring. The guitar parts are amazing. The guitar solo is so slick. Love it. One of the best solos on the album. You know, this 11-minute song kept me entertained the entire way through, and it's the kind of epics I like. You know, it's got a bit slower pace, a bit faster, great solo, it has everything. I think it's a great closer to the album, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I was really surprised. This is one of Metallica's best songs. Yeah, this is my favourite on the album, actually. This is my favourite on the album. It's probably better than anything on Hardwired. And maybe even Death Magnetic. I don't know, this is hard. But I really love this song. I love my epic songs, what can I say? This is an epic, great way to close the album. Loved it. So yeah, overall, I was thoroughly entertained with this album. I thought it was just going to be monotonous the whole way through, but a lot of these songs, there's twists and turns, you know. There's doomy sounding songs. There's more, like, really thrashy, like, Motorhead-esque rock and roll style songs. Good subject matter, good lyrics. There's only really 2 songs I wasn't a big fan of, and that's great for a long album like this, you know, because it is a long album. So yeah, pretty entertained the whole way through. Glad I gave it all my attention, and I'm going to keep listening to it again and again, because Metallica is a big band for a reason, because they're pretty good. You know, they're pretty good. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of these songs live soon. Hopefully you guys had fun with this review. I know it's not my typical content, but we'll return shortly with some more black metal and stuff like that for you. But yeah, let me know what you thought of 72 Seasons by Metallica. Do you hate it, like a lot of people are claiming? Do you love it, like a lot of people are claiming? Are you somewhere in the middle? For me, if I was going to rate it, 7 or 8 out of 10. Really enjoyed this album. Where would I put it in context with the rest of the catalogue? I don't know. Maybe we'll do a ranking sometime next year. Who knows? Needs time to settle. Need to re-listen to all the other albums, and then I'll get a better understanding of where it places within their own catalogue, because there's a lot of people comparing them to other bands, comparing them to Sodom, you know, comparing them to Creator's latest album, Testament, and stuff like that, and it's not fair. You should compare them to themselves. Same with every band. Compare them to themselves, compare them to their own discographies. That's how you do it properly, because that shows how the band's matured, shows the band's sound progression, and that's how you can actually compare. Comparing 2 different styles or 2, you know, different bands doesn't really work. You know, because different vocal styles, different solos, different drumming patterns, it doesn't work. Compare them to themselves. Is it better than Kill 'Em All? No. Is it better than Ride Lightning? No. Is it better than Hardwired and Death Magnetic? Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed this album, and I'd give it a 7 or 8 out of 10. So let me know what you thought of this album down below, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.